So we've seen a huge sell-off event take place following this move to the upside, where I believe a move of over 18% took place. So very quickly, if I just draw that in, you can see that we had a move of over 18%. And so essentially what's taking place right now is people are taking profits, which has led to this move to the downside. And you can see that on this move to the downside, we failed to find support at the 50 EMA, but here we are finding support at the 200 EMA. And yeah, as you guys know, I've been tracking a WXY structure to the upside, where within that Y wave, I was tracking a 5-wave move, where I mentioned in the previous video, I was looking out for the 5th wave, which is this one here, to reach anywhere between that 1.236 to 1.618 retracement level, which we ended up doing so. And you can see that we ended up reaching 73.15 cents. And since then, we have seen a move to the downside. And so two things could be taking place right now, where of course one of which is bullish and the other is bearish. And so the bullish scenario could be that we have a 5-wave move that's in play. Where if I have to draw that in, what we have is this being the wave 1, this being the wave 2, and this 5-wave move that I've been tracking could complete the wave 3. And then this move to the downside could be our wave 4, and we see a final push to the upside to complete the 5th wave. And for this move to be in play, what we need is for the 4th wave to not cross this level, which is the wave 1 or the wave 2 origin, at 67.96 cents. And so for as long as we continue to hold this position that we're currently in, then we can still remain bullish, and we can see this move play out, where what we could see is the 5th wave reach the 1.226 to 1.618 retracement level of the 4th wave. And so ADA could potentially reach anywhere between 74.24 cents to 76.04 cents. And so that would be one of the bullish scenarios. The other bullish scenario could be that this move to the upside is complete. And right now, ADA is in a corrective move to the downside, where we could see a 50 to 88.2% retracement of this wave structure. So you can see that ADA has the potential to reach anywhere between 63.1 cents to, if I remove this, to 67.27 cents. So what we could see forming right now is a bigger WXY structure, with this being a W wave, and ADA could be in a corrective move to complete the X wave, followed by a final push to the upside, where we can then track the wave Y, and that wave Y could potentially actually break this level at 74.6 cents. Now, of course, the bearish scenario could be that we have now completed this move to the upside within this WXY structure, and that WXY structure could complete the X wave within a bigger WXYXZ structure, where ADA could actually breach this low at 61.86 cents. And this target will actually be adjusted given the fact that we're seeing high highs. So what I'll do is I'll adjust that target. So if I bring this to over here, so what you can see is ADA could reach anywhere between 57.37 cents to 60.1 cent. So anywhere within this region here. And then if we do tap into this region, then I will be looking for a move to the upside. And what is interesting is that you can see on the stochastic RSI, we are within the oversold conditions. And if I go on the 4-hour chart, what you can also see is we are within the oversold conditions. And so I am looking out for the bulls to regain control of the market and potentially drive the price of ADA up towards high highs, where we actually break this level at 73.15 cents and potentially even break this level also at 74.6 cents. Now here you can also see that we are finding support at the 50 EMA, and so for as long as we continue to hold that level, then we can still remain bullish. Now what is interesting is smart money concept is indicating that we have a weak low, and so it is still possible that we see lower lows and ADA potentially tap into this region also. Now if I go on the 5-minute chart, there is a potential WXY structure forming. So if I zoom in, and if I use the fib tool, essentially what we could see is this WXY structure that's forming, where we could break this local low at around 68.7 cents. And within this WXY structure, that Y wave would be a 1 to 1.236 retracement of the W wave. And so you can see that ADA has the potential to reach anywhere between 67.14 cents to 67.87 cents. And you can see that will end up actually breaking this level, which is the wave 1 or the wave 2 origin. And so if we do so, then the 5-wave move that I mentioned would be invalid, And instead, what would end up having is either a WX Y structure that's forming where we see higher highs, or the bearish scenario where we actually tap into this lower region here. And so, yeah, that's just my update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found this useful. And if you did, then feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.